Okay, in this video, I'd like to show you how to do a basic extrude. Now when we open Solidworks, first thing I want to do is a new part, so I'm going to go New, Part, OK. And in Solidworks we have our three planes, so we have a front plane, a top plane and a right plane, just turning them on so we can see where they are, and an origin, that's our centre, that's our 0, 0, 0. Now to do any extrude, first of all we need a sketch, and a sketch needs to be on a 2D plane or a 2D surface. I'm going to click on the top plane to draw my sketch, so click on my top plane, go to Sketch, and let's draw a shape. I'm just going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to use, just for now, this rectangle from the centre, so I can pick up my origin, draw everything from that origin, from that centre point, and it'll make it a lot easier down the line. Click OK. Set my dimensions using Smart Dimensions on the edges here. Now don't delete these dimensions, just leave them as they are, and if they're getting in the way, just drag them out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to exit my sketch, once I'm happy, scroll it around to what it looks like, and now I can go to Features, Extrude, and I can set the height of my extrude in this left-hand box, so I'm going to go up to 30 millimeters. You'll see here it's going in direction 1, so it's in the positive direction. I could add a second direction if I wanted to. You see that's going in the negative direction, 10 millimeters, so that's going below that plane that I drew my sketch on. I'm just going to leave it on the positive direction for now, and click OK. And there we have our basic extrude. Now I can also, if I want to do another one or another sketch, I can always click on one of these surfaces, because all of these surfaces are now 2D planar surfaces that I can sketch on. So I could click on that top face, go Sketch, opening up a new sketch. Let's line up our view. Let's just draw another rectangle from that centre again. Centre point here. Coming out, let's go Smart Dimensions, add a dimension in here. Exit out of that sketch, and we can do another extrude. So we can do Feature, Extrude to add on another layer. And we can keep doing that until we build up our part. Now we can always obviously do an Extrude Cut. An Extrude Cut works exactly the same, but instead of adding material, it subtracts material. So if I click on this top surface and go to Sketch, let's just draw a circle this time, line up my view, draw that circle from the middle, set the radius here, and set that to 15 millimeters, so 30 millimeters in diameter, exit that sketch, and this time I'm going to go to Features, Extrude Cut, and I can select how deep I want that cut to be. If I just do it blind, it means that I can set the depth, so I can set that at 45 millimeters, and that will cut down 45 millimeters. Or I can choose over here, through all, if I want to cut through everything, or up to a surface, for example, and I could click on the surface that I want it to cut up to, in which case, in this case, the base. Click the tick, and there we have our extrudes and our extrude cuts. Final thing to say on this one is remember that if we don't have a 2D surface in the area that we want, we can use a datum plane. So for example, this datum plane here in the middle is perfect for us to do a sketch on. So I can click on that, go to Sketch, draw a hole. For example here, set that 6 millimeters in radius, click OK, click OK. And you'll see that I'm drawing it effectively in 3D space, but it's on that plane. I can now go to Features, Extrude Cut, and I could cut from that middle because there was no area there that I could cut radially. So I could cut from the middle in that direction. I can add in a second direction if I like here, direction 2, and that will cut through that entire part. Click the tick, and there we have it, an extrude and an extrude cut.